Why do I have two screens? I don't know. I'll get used to it. Good morning, everyone. I don't know if there's anyone here. I don't think there is. We are in Opera. You can see the beautiful Opera just down here, but it's really dark. How do I zoom in? Oh, I can't zoom in. I don't even know if it's working properly. Good morning, Andy. Hi. Is it working? How come I can't zoom? I don't know. I'll get used to it. And why do I see two screens? Let me see. Can you see two screens? Do I click on this one? Hey Rita. Hi Jackie. Andy, working well. Okay, so to you, you see one screen, and I see two. So I can't really see what I'm showing you. Hi, Anne. Good morning. Yeah, Rita, I finally have time to myself to start this. So if anyone's coming on wondering what's going on, I'm a periscoper migrating from Periscope and trying Hacks. We see one screen, you have a preview screen. Okay. When I did a test, I saw it as one screen, so I thought I could make it just one screen, but I'll work it out. Why is there a little button saying live? Anyway, the most important thing is that you can see me. I should be wearing my glasses because I got a tiny little screen to check what I'm showing you. I'm migrating as a refugee from Periscope. There you go. As we've been saying, joining my buddies over here. You can make it one screen. That's what I thought. Is it the eye? No, it's not the eye. That eye looks like it's going to zoom for me. No, I'm broadcasting in portrait and I asked it to be portrait. Is it working in portrait for you? Because that's what happened to me when I did a test. I asked for it to be in portrait and it didn't show the whole picture. How do I make it one screen? Okay, I will have to get used to this. I'm on landscape, but I selected portrait. This happened to me last time. You can only zoom in landscape, touch the eye icon. Okay, that's good to know for Zoom. Thanks, Jackie. And how do I just see one screen? Is it because I'm in landscape? I'm seeing a landscape and a portrait screen at the same time. Well, that's very odd because I selected portrait. Oh well. I hope the picture's okay for you guys and it doesn't look cut up or anything. So I know it's dark. It's a bit of a gloomy day. We started an opera. We're going towards Châtelet and taking the side streets here. You can see here. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom. The zoom's very good. Just got to get used to it. That is Invader, the French street artist. Leaves these mosaics and often puts them up in iconic places and on street names that match whatever mosaic he's decided to do. Picture and audio, perfect. Thought I was in portrait and I was in landscape. Okay. It's funny, isn't it? I did definitely select portrait, and the same thing happened for my my test I did the other day. So there's loads of amazing Japanese food stall here. This is like Paris, Tokyo, little Tokyo here. Good morning, Nina. Here we are. And there's this great bakery here. It's a Japanese chef, pastry chef, and he does traditional French pastries but with a Japanese flair. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Andy. I got 20 cents. So this is where we came from, and as you can see, there's lots of really good Japanese here. If it wasn't a pandemic, at lunchtime these would be packed, but I'm sure they're still getting takeaways and stuff. Chris just subscribed. Thank you. So basically, I'll reintroduce myself. I'm a Parisian with a Kiwi accent, in case you were wondering, because I grew up in New Zealand. I think landscape is best to use outside. Okay, so I'm going to keep trying to do it in portrait. I'll work it out because I can't walk and talk and be careful of the cars and manage things in landscape. And I'm really bumpy. My first 20 cents. Yeah, so if anyone's new, I was on Periscope. Well, I am still on Periscope and have been since the second day of its existence. It was March 2015. And what I do is show Paris. And I'm really happy to see all my friends here. There you go. There's some really cool Asian restaurants right through here. And keep talking because otherwise I'll start worrying something's wrong. La Mousson means the monsoon. That's the name of the Cambodian restaurant here. Hi Denver. Hi. Hey, Tudor's here. To see you in Haps. It's actually easier to read the comments when you're not wearing your glasses because of your mask. Thank you, Jackie. It's a little hotel. Hotel Teresa. And look at it. Look how lovely it is here. Isn't that fancy schmancy? St. Petersburg. Hi, Yassine. Are you there? The cute little bonsais there. It's me. I'm trying this out finally because I got some time Leo's at the holiday centre and I'm walking home. So I thought I'd give it a good go. This little boutique closed. Really is dark. Comments are clearer, yeah. I still can't see much. I really need to wear my glasses. My eyesight's getting worse and worse. I love this little place. It's a little clothes repair place. What do you call them? Tailor. Not a tailor. I don't know. But I keep thinking I should go. So that was Hotel Thérèse, and we're actually on Rue Thérèse, Teresa Street. We're coming up on beautiful statue here of Molière, the very, very famous French writer, playwright, director, everything under the sun. Thank you, Nina. It's cool that you have the Super Heart Award. I think that I transferred my badge over. Maybe it hasn't been done yet, but I sent an email to do that. Oh, there's a Christmas tree. Looking into someone's nice apartment there. Let's see how good this zoom is. We'll zoom into their bookshelf. Ooh, it's not bad, huh? I got to get used to smooth zooming like I can do in Periscope. Is this one of your first? This is my first, yeah, because I did it. Well, it's my second, but the first one was only 1 second long because I just wanted to test it. But I'm not sure what happened because I'm filming in portrait and I asked for portrait and it's coming out as landscape for you guys. But is it? Hopefully you're still seeing the picture and it's not all cut up. So Molière there. We're gonna. Oh, and there's even an invader. If you saw the invader earlier, the cat. There's one there. That's the more typical things that he does. The little space invaders. This truck is waiting for me, but the problem is that the cars won't see me when I'm trying to cross. Okay, that was scary. You can link Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, perhaps. I did that, but I don't think I'm filming simultaneously because I didn't try to figure out how to do that. Oh, there's a little Bambi. Hi, Martin. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so I don't think I'm broadcasting in both, but I have brought all my followers over. When you're setting up the broadcast, if it shows portrait, don't touch the button. If you touch the button, it will change to landscape. Oh, I thought I was selecting portrait. I still don't get it. It said, do you want portrait or landscape? And I press portrait. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to keep trying. And go live on Periscope as well. Yeah, so I didn't figure out how to do that. I can see a little button saying live. No, that doesn't work. I'm not in Periscope now. Okay. What I did was just link my account, so my Periscope followers are following me on Hacks. Probably have the alerts. But I didn't try to find out how to broadcast simultaneously. But I can do that next time. I'm a newbie. Feels like the image is quite stable. It's nice. This is a fancy couturier. Hi Craig, thanks for coming. I've got to not miss the secret passageway is right here. This video is really sharp, that's good. Nice being able to view in landscape though. Okay, so I'm holding in portrait and you're seeing a landscape. That's cool. I think you'll want to keep it in landscape when you are broadcasting outside, and that way you can zoom as well. Okay. So it doesn't need to be in portrait because you can see it as, can you see it as a clear landscape image? It's not all cut up on the settings and under multicasting you set up for Periscope. Okay. So in a way it's an advantage for me to have both. I know, Rita, everyone's telling me what to do. You can sit here. No, don't sit here, sit here. Do this, do that. But no, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. I'm just joking. €950 bag, that's too much. It is clear. Okay, we're seeing a good sharp landscape. Well, maybe I'll just keep doing it like this then. This is actually the better way. Okay, I'll get used to it. Oh, I froze. Oh no. How do I comment to tell you I froze? Oh no, I didn't. I'm unfrozen. I'm just going to send you, sorry, I froze. And then press. There you go. Huh. I want to show you the shoes here. They got these funny shoes. How do I zoom again? With hooves. There you go. It's a bit choppy. Okay, I'll get out of the passageway. I wanted to show you the passageway. It's funny, it works in Periscope. But it could be my provider too. Okay, I'll wait till you come back. And it's not choppy. It's good again now. Didn't freeze for you the whole time. Oh, cool. Oh, now it's going wee-oo. It's flashing. Thanks, Tudor. Anyway, we were in this lovely little passageway called Passage Portier just now. I'm not going to film the guy, so gotta go. Oh yeah, okay. Didn't freeze for you. Is it working okay now? Because I can still see the screen flashing. When the guy goes, I'll show you the passageway again. There you go. Passage Portier, there you go. Hoof shoes. So I've got to get used to framing it with the landscape instead of with the portrait. The hoof shoes are funny, weren't they? This is a French expression, on aura tout vu. Tout vu. We've seen everything now, kind of thing. It's working okay, but I think the signal is a bit too weak in the passage here. It's funny, it doesn't do that on Periscope, but it could just be my provider today. Perhaps there's about 15 to 20 seconds delay through the comment. Ah, okay. Is it at the beginning? Because I noticed that when I was watching broadcasts, and then it seemed to catch up, but maybe it was my imagination. It's working fine. We are now, we've got a little bit more daylight, which is nice. We're now at the magnificent Palais Royal. Which is truly, truly something. If you haven't seen it. And there we go. Well, I've got to remember to frame in landscape. I keep framing in portrait. I'll get used to it. Well, it seems very professional, doesn't it? So, Palais Royal, Royal Palace. It was actually first lived in by Richelieu. Richelieu is a very famous Frenchman who was also a lot of different things. He was a clergyman, a statesman, and he was a prime minister for Louis XIII, who ended up here when he died, when Richelieu died. just for a little while because then he died too. And it's funny, it looks like ice, but it's not. A bunch of Christmas trees in the middle. And then Louis XIV got to grow up here a little bit when he was young. Imagine that place there, look. How do I zoom? Ah, imagine living there. Nice. And the top windows would have been chambre de bonne, like maids' rooms, but now I bet they cost $1 million. Possible to disable all the various screen overlays. Do you have a few different things too? Because I've got 3 screens, and when I did my test it was only 1 screen. Let me see something. I'm going to switch the camera too just to test everything. Ouch, I'm just fixing my mask a little bit. Oh yeah, so I saw that. So, oh, you can see me, cool. But you can't really see me on landscape, it's all chopped up. But on portrait it looks fine. But it's saying face goes here, and it's framed me on the portrait mode, which is what I asked for. But you can only see a cut up version on the landscape. I am so confused. Hey, it would be funny if I could keep you looking at me on one screen and looking outside on the other. No, maybe not. Might not be funny at all. Can, but only on computer. Am I using... Okay, you're speaking to Craig. Okay, good. So this is Palais Royal. It's raining on me, so hopefully it won't rain too hard. Thank you. My hair got rained on yesterday, so it's a big fuzzy mess. iPhone, yeah, I'm using that too. But I don't think he wanted to disable comments, but all the screens. But are you seeing multiple screens? Are you? Someone doing exercise. Oh, it's really starting to rain now. We'll walk along the passageway here where all the fancy stores are. Really, I can't see anything without my glasses. It's getting really bad. I thought it was easier to see than on Periscope, but in the end I'm finding it more difficult. It's all just funny. But anyway, soon we won't need to wear masks all the time. Soon, no, maybe in a year. Turning off the graphics, yes, that's what I think too. Turning off all the extra bits. The award and location graphics, okay. So this is the other side. And there's all these very fancy clothing stores along here. Only 1 screen, but has various buttons and headlines all over it. But it's busy, isn't it? Get used to it. It's fun too. Hi Seattle, Cynthia. We're in Palais Royal. I'll just show you. I just dropped off Leo at the holiday centre, and I'm walking home via Palais Royal, which is a beautiful place with a very famous theatre. It was the first theatre of its kind back in the day. First one to have moving. I'm just admiring the Christmas tree down there and the chandelier. First one to have moving sets and stuff like that, like really, high tech for the 1600s. Yes, Chantal always comes here a lot. I also come through here a lot when Leo is at the holiday centre, because this is my way to walk home. But last time he was at his own school for the holiday centre thing. But this time it's back at the old place. So I'll be walking through here every day, except for tomorrow, because he's going to go dancing to catch up on all his missed classes over the lockdown. The second lockdown is a definitive response, yes. Thanks, Cynthia. Thank you. Pop-up store. I've got to remember to frame with the landscape because I keep framing with my portrait because it's what I'm used to. I've got both screens on. Hi Hannah, here I am. I'm doing it. Oh wow, this is what I showed you earlier, but now we can see a bit more. Look inside. Hold on. Oh, actually you can't see much detail, but it's gorgeous. Actually, the zoom isn't that good compared to the camera zoom. Or is it my imagination? Ah well, and I'm a bit wonky with the zoom. I'm used to going smoothly in and out. La temperature is very mild. It's 14 degrees Celsius, super mild. So I'm wearing my raincoat from Brittany. Let me try this again. Zoom, slowly. Oh yeah. I think it's just because I've got the tiny screen, so I'm not used to it. Let's go see the Colonne de Buren while we're at it. These are the famous balls over here. I love them. Got cool reflections. Oh, the reflections are a bit wet from the rain. You can see the architecture. There's a little exhibition. We're going to go that way in a minute. This is what it looks like at the top. Again, I'm forgetting to frame in landscape. I'm still very confused because I did ask for portrait. Oh well, I'll do what you said, Jackie, and hopefully fix it. Oh, that would be a nice place to live. Where's this? Eco Lodge in Costa Rica, my goodness. Wow. Just got a message from Leo's brother's mother accepting a little Christmas scooty on Christmas Eve with some hot chocolate and Prosecco and mince pies. And she said, yes, sounds great. And yesterday we got the news that my mum is not coming to Christmas because her doctor is concerned and she's concerned and she doesn't want to take the train to my sister's. So my mum's not coming. Sad. She's a thread that puts us all together. Have you got a chance to meet HAP's team? Have they been to Paris? No, but I have been on the very welcoming broadcast to Periscopers. It's been really informative. It's better for me. Oh, am I doing it again? Okay, see, I'm still framing in portrait. I'll get used to it, guys. Did I miss something? I'll have to go back and see the comments again. Yeah, so my mum's not coming to Christmas, but I get it. She doesn't want to be exposed on the train and stuff. So it'll be me, my two sisters, and my nephews, and Leo, and my brothers-in-law. Nice office there with the chandeliers. Looks like there's some works going on there. Taiwan reports first community COVID case since April, it said. Hey Mike, here I am doing my first official HAPs. I did a 1 second one, but I'm now trying this out. These, by the way, if you get any chance to do so, Peter or Pablo usually hop on streams and say hello. Yes, I noticed that they hop on streams and say hello on all the streams I've watched. It's great. I also messaged to us for my Periscope badge to be transferred. I don't know if it's been done. I forgot to check. Andrew told me about that. Colonne de Buren, beautiful. Everyone's always posing for photos here, even if it's raining. Right. 1985, 86. I was actually living in Paris for a year and a half at the time. Or, yeah, I think it was 85. Alright, it's raining on me, so we're going to start getting home this way. And hopefully it's still working okay. I've got to be hyper aware of framing a picture better. Oh, well, it looks like I can't go out this way, can I? So I'm going to go out higher up at another little passageway. I saw the 1 second haps you did. It was scintillating, wasn't it, Andy? I thought so too. Thank you for watching it. I couldn't even, it was so short that I couldn't even see it in replay. What's this? Looks like a much more modern... Oh, my screen's jumping again. Hopefully it's okay. I've got all the French headlines talking about American news that I already knew about, but it's funny seeing the French press waking up and reporting on it. There's so many alerts on my phone. It's crazy. Yes, you just subscribed. Thank you. Right. I can go out this way. Yeah, I'll go out this way. Okay, good. Found an exit. I didn't want to get on the main road so you can see some more interesting things. We're going to see another passageway that's really beautiful if you have time. Oh, they've got a picture of Notre Dame on the side here. Oh, with the gaping hole. So hard. It'll come back. It'll come back. And in 200 years we'll have moved on to something else. And kids won't even know if there are still people, sorry, won't even know that it ever burnt. Next time try with landscape. Okay, yeah, no, I selected portrait, and apparently I've been told that I selected landscape instead. And I prefer to carry on. I just subscribed due to I found out that you're here. It's great. I prefer to carry on in portrait because I can't control my screen very well at all in landscape. Over here worried about the French stopping the food trucks coming to Britain. It's crazy. I know. I saw that. Even on my watch, need to shut off some. Okay. Yeah, me too. I need to shut some off. Some of them are no longer as relevant. I just find I can definitely do landscape scopes when I'm showing you beautiful views of Paris, sunsets and stuff like that, or if I want to turn around and show you something. But I need to be, I'm in a big city, all sorts of things happen at any time, and I need to be in control of my phone. People over here, yes, I read that. You miss Paris so much. Yeah, must be really hard for everyone who wanted to travel. Won't be long. Some grocery shops here are already very low on food. Gosh, really? I saw that it was in a bit of a sensationalist. I don't think that's a word, but it was in one of those British newspapers that aren't, and so I wondered if it was exaggerated, but it's true. I'll try not to film people. What you can see in the distance. Oh, I did not think you were trying to be rude at all, and I would really like everyone to give me tips because I'm actually rather lost because I've got two screens and I can see both portrait and landscape, and I keep forgetting to frame it in landscape because apparently you guys are seeing it in landscape, and I thought initially that you were seeing it in portrait, so it's all very confusing. So I'm listening. I just mean that in future, if I'm walking and talking, I'm going to have to be holding my phone in portrait if I can. Looks like you're in landscape. Okay. Yeah, a few people said that to me at the beginning of this broadcast that it looks to be in landscape even though I started in portrait. That's it's a feature that you requested. Yes, I saw that. But actually, it's quite nice for me because I remember being unsettled way back in the day of Periscope when I had 1,000 people watching, and I was like, "What?" So, I think that my record was like 9,000 or something. It was when everything was going haywire with the numbers, and I was showing the Eiffel Tower or something. But ever since then, it's been more like 30 people. Boris went live yesterday to calm people and told us not to worry or panic. Was it good? Was it calming? The left that you're seeing is a previous screen, so in case you invite anyone else. Oh, yeah, okay. So what I'm seeing is 3 different screens. A tiny little one that says live. I'm seeing the portrait one, which I thought I'd selected, and that's what I'm looking at mainly. And I'm seeing the landscape, so when I'm trying to frame the picture, I'm trying to make sure I also do it in landscape. A world map feature, that would be cool. I think everyone wants a world map, yes. Not as many trolls, yes, let's hope it stays that way. I was thinking that yesterday. So what you're seeing in the background there used to be... Oh, hang on. I totally wanted to show you something else. Well, we'll come to this later, actually. This used to be the Bourse Stock Exchange, and it's now famous, up and coming famous museum that's going to open. What am I talking about? It's a future museum opening on January 20th or something. It's Francois Pinault, the very famous French billionaire, who's opening the contemporary. But are you holding the phone in landscape or portrait? I'm holding the phone in portrait. That's what I've been saying. I'm holding the phone in portrait, and when I selected the broadcast, I selected portrait, but apparently I made a mistake. Apparently I didn't select portrait, but I selected landscape. So this is something I'm going to have to figure out. But it seems to work out this way. I just have to be careful to frame the picture. Got to go. Thanks, Craig. A really clear landscape. It's way sharper. That's good to hear. We'll show any guess. Okay, thank you. We're keeping this as a community. Oh, who's we though? I'm sure everybody needs a platform for different reasons. Right, we're going to go down this beautiful passageway in a second when I find it, because I got turned around. Oh, here it is. So we saw one passageway that was a tiny little one where I lost connection, so I hopefully won't lose it in here, because I don't usually lose it, but it could happen, in which case I'll race through it. Galerie Véro-Daudat, so again in landscape I've got to bring it up, and portrait it's looking fine, so that's the kind of thing I'm going to have to get used to. Look at this beautiful cafe de l'époque, cafe of the times, of back in the day. The French write alcohol in a funny way. Alcool. Even though there's 2 O's, you say alcool. It's the marque. So higher end spirits and stuff. I was replying about the question about the trolls. We don't need trolls. No, we definitely don't need trolls. Sorry, I thought you were talking about something else. I'm going to have to follow, because on Periscope I tend to ignore internal conversations so I can focus on what I'm doing, but I think I'm going to have to read everything to stay informed. I like how the headline changes location as you're walking around. Oh, does it? So what's it saying now? I love how it says escalier. There we go, escalier, staircase. It's harder to hold phone in landscape, but the wider image gives nice views. So you are not seeing a wider image. I thought you were. Okay. Okay, I need to try to understand this, guys. So I am currently filming in... YouTube is working, cool. Oh, I just saw how... Okay. I'm currently filming in portrait, as in I'm holding my phone in portrait mode, and I was told that you were seeing it in landscape. Is that right? So are you getting the nice view, or are you seeing a cut-off image because I selected the wrong thing? Because I accidentally selected landscape instead of portrait. So can someone clarify? I don't know if I made any sense. I'm a bit tired. So that was the escalier. Yes. Yes, you are seeing a clear view of landscape. So I can continue to do what I'm doing in portrait, holding my phone in portrait, and you've got a nice view. I've just got to remember to frame it in landscape rather than portrait, I think. Is that right? So I can continue doing things this way. I'm on iPad and seeing landscape. Okay, thank you. All right. But I've just got to make sure, yeah, because I keep looking at the portrait. That's what I'm used to. Maybe try turning your phone to landscape. If I try turning my phone to landscape, I believe that you don't get the full picture because I chose to do it in portrait instead of choosing to do a landscape. But Jackie told me that I did choose to. Anyway, I'm going to go back into portrait. Yeah, thank you. It's just confusing because I'm being told different things. I'm going to replay this and see if I can make sense of it. I thought I selected portrait. It looks the same to you. Okay, that's interesting. Because I remember seeing Andrew in Scotland do it, and when he turned his phone, it was completely cut off. Like, going to switch to my laptop, see how it looks. Okay. This is a luthier. A luthier is, the people who make and repair violins and string instruments. Very, very old métier, job, trade. Switch to, okay, I read that. And so you got some beautiful guitars. I see. Yeah, that's the problem. So I'm seeing this very clearly in portrait, but in landscape, you can only see half a guitar. It stays landscape, the picture gets sharper. Okay, let me try this again. So I've turned my phone to landscape, and now the picture's sharper. So that way, can you see the guitars better? Yes, you can, I think. Oh my goodness, this is so confusing. Gosh. Okay, I'm turning back to portrait now. So I think you're only seeing parts of guitars right now. It looks the same to you both ways. And if I go into portrait with my phone, it looks better for some of them. Hey Pete, we're just discussing this whole thing about the difference between, because I thought I selected portrait mode when I started, and people are seeing it in landscape, and I'm filming in portrait, so someone is going to have to explain it to me like I'm a baby when I hang up later. But I'm watching on my laptop. You see the difference, Mike, when I turn into landscape or when I'm just holding it in portrait. Okay. If someone can tweet me later or send me a private message and explain to me from A to Z like I'm silly, all the different factors, the fact that I'm holding it in portrait and I thought I chose portrait, but I actually chose landscape. I did, Hal. I saw you say it's working on YouTube, but I thought you were saying it here. So you're seeing me live on YouTube, but not on Periscope. What does the button say at the top of your screen? Landscape or portrait? It says, thank you. Thank you, Jackie. It says landscape. Okay, so I thought I chose portrait, but you were right. I chose landscape. But I can continue to hold my phone like this, obviously, and you guys are still going to see in landscape. But the thing is, I've got to be careful of framing the picture, showing the guitar, and you will see the difference. Okay, thank you. This place, Cordonnerie, is a shoe repair place. It is confusing, and I feel like it's a cut image in landscape. I feel like I need to be standing further away for you to see Like this is fine, you're seeing the shoe in both things, but to show you cordonnerie, I have to go all the way up, and I can see it well in portrait, but not in landscape at the time, but in Haps now. I see, thank you, Hal. I thought that you were commenting in Haps to say that it was working on YouTube. Okay, so I'm live on YouTube as well. Have weekly user guides. Yes, I've been watching, Andy. I've actually no, I've watched bits of it, so I probably have to watch all of them. Okay, I'll do that. And I'll have a chat to Andrew in Scotland because he always explains stuff to me how I'll understand. I made that mistake last night. I launched in landscape and was holding the phone in portrait. Oh, so that's what I'm doing right now, and everyone's saying it. Even though I launched it in landscape and holding in portrait, it's working fine, and they can still see a nice image. It's blue when you're setting up the broadcast. It is the orientation it will be, so you don't have to. I wondered why it said landscape again, and I thought, okay, I won't press this button because if I press it, I'll go landscape. Okay, now I get it. YouTube is displaying landscape correctly. Okay. Flip. Go live. Oh yeah, so I've rejoined my. I had to leave. Oh, that was quick. I saw you say frozen, and then you said I'm back. The service provider care by the guys that run Hamster Cycle. It's true that they care, and I will ask all the questions. So I crashed, guys. I crashed, and I had to go back into my broadcast by selecting that I wanted to do a new broadcast, and then it still has my current one on, so I can press that. I had heard Châtelet say something about that, about saying that you have 2 minutes or something to get back in. Said that we should probably turn YouTube off. It still has bugs. Okay. All right. I thought I selected it to go to everything, including Periscope, but what about Periscope? Is that causing bugs too? It's a nice little side street. 2 minutes, okay. I was reading a few different threads from a Twitter friend who's really interested in, Anglo friend who's interested in Paris, and has written really interesting threads. I'll share some. And he was saying how this used to be the edge of Paris, and it was where the hookers basically were. Having YouTube, if you're quick enough, you can resume. Okay, I did it straight away. And a few of the street names carry the little clues as to what they might have been called before, and they got changed. So this basically meant it had nothing to do with the Pelican, because I used to manage rentals here for a friend years ago, only very rarely, like twice a year or something. And I used to think, where does this street name come from? And I was wondering if there'd been a Pelican or if someone was called Pelican, and just because I'm always wondering these things. So actually, the Pal bit was Pili bit was actually Poil, and the rest was rather rude. So basically, it meant here on your something street. There you go. And there's a few of them. And there's one around the corner that used to be called the Itchy Bottom Street, and it's really fun, and I should do a tour of them because there's quite a few around here. The one that's currently called Marie Stuart Street used to be called something really rude. Anyway, I'll show you these things. I haven't turned YouTube on for that reason. I'm not getting any more comments, so I hope it's working. There's a cat with a salad on his head, a lettuce on his head. So here, I keep thinking that you can see the whole image because I'm looking through portrait, but you can only see. I have to stand back further for you to see it all in landscape. I'll get used to it. Hey, did I lose you? Non, Yacine, t'as rien compris ce que je dis. Attends, je recommence. Enfin, j'enverrai un message pour expliquer. Non, en fait, c'était poil haut et c'est devenu pélican. C'est pareil pour la rue Jean Lantier, c'était Jean Lointier, Jean machin, et maintenant c'est Jean Lantier. They reported that YouTube has bugs. Ok. Donc pélican, oiseau, n'a rien à voir, c'était pour être poli, pour changer le nom et garder le nom. Like the Sunset Strip in LA. What did Sunset Strip used to mean? Was it always Sunset Strip? Cannot comment. Ah, thanks, Hal. I'll get used to it. I'm going to try to fix the bugs. Cool tires on the bike. T'as compris? Ok. Y a plusieurs rues comme ça. Hey, let's have a look at the little mini bush. Yum. So that's something I've got to be careful of in landscape as well. Okay, I think I've got them now. Streetwalkers. Yeah, I was trying to find the word. These are so cute, little mini Christmas logs. So this is what we have for dessert after a very heavy meal. There you go. I think my brother-in-law is bringing a bush. Ladies of the evening. Yeah, I was trying to find a good expression. There's a cute little bric-a-brac antique store here. There's all sorts of stuff in the window. The bûche de Noël is what they're called, Christmas logs. All sorts of paraphernalia. I'm sure there's something for someone. Let's see if we can find some more bûche de Noël. So maybe if I select portrait mode next time, I might have better control of what you're seeing on the screen. I'm going to try both. But I do realize that the viewer prefers landscape. But I also prefer to have artistic control. I wouldn't like to be showing you something and you can only half see it. Hopefully you hear the comments aren't going very fast. There's a florist. A nice little church right here. Got a similar facade to the Saint-Gervais-Saint-Protais one in the Marais. Hang on, am I not scrolling? Okay, I've got no comments. I hope it's working. Little bouquets for Christmas. Oh, there's hot chocolate. Okay, guys, I've got... Oh, here we go. I only use portrait for inside shots, landscape for outside. Okay. Yeah, but I was hoping I could continue to do what I was doing on Periscope. And even though it's not ideal, it gives me more control of what I'm showing and also especially more control of my phone. It's working fine for you? Okay, yeah. I get a bit worried when I can't see comments. I'll get used to it, Jackie. I'll try a bit of everything and we'll get there. See, like I'm trying to show you this hotel and it's perfect for portrait and landscape. It just looks a bit silly because it's a big, long, skinny building. I'll keep asking, keep watching, and keep trying. $50 minutes already. Oh, good. Well, I might stop the scope, the broadcast, what's the word, the live, at the bakery here, and then start a Periscope. We're just parallel to the Louvre right there. It's behind this building so you can't see it. It's a very cloudy sky. And this is called Rue du Louvre. I'll wait till I can cross. There's a cute little street cleaner vehicle there. Hopefully the sound's alright too. I'm hoping that they will fix it so we can change between portrait and landscape and the same. Yeah, because I noticed if you do that, the image is definitely cut off. We should say hap. Okay, I'm hapsing. House is happening. 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 I'm happening. I don't know. This is where all the coaches terminate? Oh yeah, like the coaches from the airports and stuff. I think some of them end at Opera, don't they? I don't know. I always take the train. Right, I'm going to give you a view of some, I'm going to end the hap. I'll get used to it, it sounds funny. I'm going to hap. I might continue to say scope for a while until I find my word. Because these alternatives are kind of strange for me. Oh, that looks like a good sandwich. It's a bit of a wet window, so you won't see much. But I wanted to show you a little bush if they have them. Oh, here we go. They got the big bush. 30 euros for these. They look good with the little meringue mushrooms. Again, I got to be careful because I'm trying to frame it in portrait and in landscape. We've got a limited view. Call it spa. Well, tell me when you've all got a universal word. Yamcha, this little place. It's really cute. It's very expensive for what it looks like. You get a... wonder how all these places are doing. 70 euros for, wow, main course. Crazy. Scoping sounds odd and here in the early days. This is one of those pharmacies you can just go and walk in and have a free antigen test. I'm going to do one tomorrow so that I can have feel better about taking the train to my sister's. There's a few PCR places and they give you the results within 12 hours too. There's a PCR place around the corner. And they're opening up a few pop-up ones because they're aware of people going to see their family and really needing a lot of tests right now. They've really fixed their problem here with tests. I'm really, when I compare to what it's like in other places. This is a very old fountain. It's really nice. Louis XVI. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now. I'm a bit dazed. This is all new to me. Right, I'm going to go, guys. I'm going to do a little periscope and say hey to my viewers there, and I'll get used to this. I'll get used to all the different possibilities of layouts and screens and what I'm showing you and how to make it optimum. This is Claire Waddington reporting from Paris. Thank you, Hal. So if anyone, I said it a couple of times, but if anyone didn't know what was happening, I'm moving over, as many of us are, from Periscope to Haps. Getting used to it. It was just a little view. I've got a Kiwi accent because I grew up in New Zealand. A stream, thank you, that's perfect, Andy. Oh no, what did I do? Cancel. And I show Paris every day, my wonders. I know a little bit about what's going on in the history, so it's trying to make it interesting. And I love talking to you while I'm doing it and letting you help steer me to see where we're going in the conversation and in the where we're going to. That made no sense, but hey, I'll fix it. I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to start a Periscope now. Thank you everyone for all your support and for running through everything with me and explaining everything. And I will watch the replay and try to see the difference between going landscape when you're filming in landscape and being in portrait when you're filming in landscape. I'm also on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you, Hal. I saw that Andrew had his Buy Me a Coffee connected to his account, but I don't think mine is. I don't know how it worked. Right. Gonna go, everyone, and see you soon. Bye. Now I don't even know how to hang up. I guess I pressed the blue cross. That would make sense. Bye.